Hey guys, Brad again with another episode of the Cosplay Enthusiast. This is the second part of the Sanji video, basically just covering the costuming and characterization of Sanji of One Piece. Basically, the costume that I showed in the last video was actually just one of many different outfits Sanji has worn. Because throughout the One Piece series, the characters wear slightly different attire at times. And, this is just an outfit I'd seen that worked well enough, that I could easily pull off for other One Piece characters. Because, while, yes, I was originally a Zoro cosplayer, I did want to have outfits for all of the other characters. In case, I'm at a convention with my One Piece OhioCons group, and, we were short Sanji, or Usopp, or Zoro, or Brook, or, some character. So, yeah, I saw this in the series, and I was like, I can recreate that easily enough. So, yeah, I did. And I've actually got another outfit for Sanji, because, again, I saw it, it looked easy. And it also looked like a good outfit for, outdoor, summery events. Unlike the original outfit, which is, just a nice thing that you can easily wear to, a convention, or, if you're doing a nicer event, there you go. So, yeah. For the costume, basically, it was just an orange dress shirt, long sleeves, black dress pants, the wig, of course, and a nice black vest. Now, the design on the front, it worked with what the outfit was in this is Water 7, the Water 7 saga. It's whenever they're on the sea train fighting against some of the other assassins trying to save their friend Nico Robin. And, yeah, I saw it worked, and I made it. But, like I said, there is another outfit that you can easily pull off, which was pretty similar. This is just a pink, short-sleeved dress shirt, a black vest, which, as I've said before in other videos, was basically just a regular t-shirt like this, just cut down the middle to become a vest. Nothing really complex about that. Oh yeah, also of course, sleeves were removed for the vest part. And he wore, white cargo shorts. And then also another little thing that I added for that outfit specifically were what I believe are called swim shoes. But basically, they're like they're shoes they can wear whenever you go swimming in, something that you'd wear when you swim in a lake or something like that, because, they're not like pools where they're clean and, there are no, little creatures or other little items potentially on the bottom of the, lake, pond, whatever, that could hurt your feet. And I've realized, it's a convenient little thing that could work for several other costumes. I also plan on doing Gohan from the movie The History of Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. Basically the shoes felt like they would work well enough as, karate shoes. Karate toe shoes. So, yeah. Also, for other little costuming little bits, for the curly eyebrow that he has, I actually just used a Sharpie myself. Unfortunately, though, if you're sweating a lot, moving around, it's probably going to rub off on you. So, you might have to reapply that. I don't have any better thoughts or ideas at this time on how to fix that, but, that's just how it works. Also, he commonly smokes a cigarette, in the original Japanese as well as the Funimation dub. But if you're doing it based off of the 4Kids dub, he actually has a sucker. Now, for the sucker thing, you can just get suckers, get a couple like a lot at the dollar store in a big bag. You know, or you can go the cigarette route, and if you're not a smoker, which I am not, because smoking is bad, lung cancer, blah blah blah. If you're not, you can easily make your own little cigarettes. Basically what I did was, you know, I went to the craft store, I got dowel rods. Basically, you know, thin wooden rods, and then I come down to what I felt was an appropriate length, so I believe it was somewhere in the area of 5 to 6 inches. Then I took white duct tape and I wrapped it all the way around it, you know, so it had the white look of a cigarette, and then I just dipped the tip, you know, in some cadmium red paint, you know, some kind of orangey color. That way it looks like it's lit, because yes, he does smoke. So yeah, unfortunately it doesn't have the added effect of, you know, you being able to create smoke, and I'm sure somewhere you can find cigarettes, you know, where you can blow through them and actually make smoke. I've seen them before, I'm not sure where to get them, you know, so my apologies for that. But if somebody knows, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. And yeah, so the Sanji costume, it's not very hard. You know, the common thing, if you just want to go for regular Sanji, is basically, you know, just black dress pants, a black sport coat. I believe it's double-breasted, you know, because looking at the picture up here, he's got, you know, 3 gold buttons on the left side, 3 gold buttons on the right side. I believe that's the term for it. I mean, it's not that big a deal. If you got the blonde hair, the suit, and the cigarette, most people are going to know, oh, it's Sanji of One Piece. You know, they're not going to nitpick the crap out of you. At least, not in my experience. I'd also like to point out that trying to use the dye spray that you would find at Party City does not work very well. You know what, I will actually post a picture of that towards the end of this video, just to show you guys how well that worked for me. Because trust me, it did not work. And if you have dark hair like mine, don't do it. That's the best advice I can give you. In terms of characterization for Sanji, well, first off, one of his major roles within the Straw Hat crew is the fact that he's the Straw Hat chef. You know, he makes wonderful meals, you know, that, like, really help to energize everyone. And what's also neat is, like, earlier on in the series, like, he could easily make wonderful meals out of just, like, scraps left from food. Like, early on in the series, they run into some marine ships in a fog. You know, Sanji sneaks aboard, makes some food, and yeah, it's just crazy. Like, he waits for all the other ships to grab all their ingredients, and then he takes what's left, you know, like meat from the fish, you know, berries and such that weren't used, and he makes legit meals for, like, hundreds of soldiers. It's insane. Also, one of his big things is, you know, to never waste food. You know, earlier in his backstory, he was stranded on a rock formation with, you know, his future mentor, Zeph. And they were trapped there for some time. Like, they had to try and survive off of the food that they could get, you know, from the ship that had unfortunately sunk and left them stranded on that rock. And the thing about it was, if they left that rock, they couldn't get back up onto it. So, yeah. It was rough. I believe it was about 2 weeks they were stuck there. So yeah, his big thing is don't waste food, which ties back to being able to create food out of minimal bits and pieces. So yeah, being a good chef. It's part of his character. You know, so like, let's say you're just at a convention or something like that, you know, you're eating food or whatever, you know, eat something, you know, make a nice compliment about it. Or, you know, if it's, like, really bad, you know, like, be like, oh man, they should have, you know, let this in longer, or something like that. If you want to be in character. If you want to do the character as well. You don't have to, but I try to do that as much as I can with my other characters because it's a nice touch. Second, his fighting style is that he uses his feet, because the hands are the greatest instrument that the chef has. So if he really busts them up fighting bad guys, he can't really cook food. So I believe that is the logic behind the fact that he uses his feet mainly for attacking. Also, his mentor Zeph was known as Redfoot Zeph because, well, his feet would be so bloody after fighting. So again, take that as you will. Also, one of his special moves called the Diablo Jambe, he actually ignites his, I believe it's just his right foot, with the friction of spinning on the ground, and like his foot becomes red hot. This is first introduced in Water 7, in his fight with Jabra, where he actually kicks the guy, and like the guy falls over and he's holding his stomach because it still burns. So, if you want to add a little costume thing with that, I haven't done anything yet, unfortunately, but best things I could think of are like, either get like some kind of sock or something that's large enough to fit around your shoe to pull it up and over, and like just have that painted, a very bright, like red, yellow, whitish color, to imply that, he's activated Diablo Jambe. Again, it's a cool little touch thing. I don't know how to implement it yet myself, but, if you guys have any thoughts, again, please leave them below. I'm curious, and I would like to do that one day. So let's see. Martial arts, cooking, his dedication to women. Now this, can be taken as a good or a negative with the character. Basically, the bad aspect of it is that he's kind of a jerk to the male members of the Straw Hat crew, always saying, oh, I made this special for Robin or Nami, or any other beautiful female character that he runs across. And most people might take that as shallow. But the thing is, having watched the 600 plus episodes, I unfortunately have not read the manga, and I do apologize for that. But, you see instances of him, like, being so steadfast in his, care for women. Like, I believe it's called White Knight Syndrome, where you have to swoop in and save the day. Especially, for him, it's specifically for women. And, like, it's actually come up a few times where he has to face a woman, but because of his inability to actually hit a woman, like, it's gotten him into some trouble, honestly. The first time it comes up is Water 7. Nami has to swoop in and save his ass. The second time, though, it actually works out to his advantage. This is later on in the series in Dressrosa. I'm not going to explain the whole situation, but it's cool to see that little flaw, used badly against him at one point, but it's that same flaw that actually helps to save him later. So yeah, he cares about women a lot. He he will pretty much fall in love, like, from first sight. So yeah, if you're hanging around Nami or Robin, feel free to, act like you're in love with them. Offer to do pretty much anything for them, or carry around all of their luggage, or cook them foods, or this or that. Because, yeah, that's part of who he is. So, that's it for characterization, pretty much. He's a great chef. He can make a lot of food, from scraps even. And you shouldn't waste food in front of him. He's a great martial artist, focusing on using kicks for his fighting. And he has the Diablo Jambe, special attack, I'd call it, where his attacks do more damage because they're fiery related. And, his dedication to women, wherein he will step in to protect women And, you know, even if there is a woman threatening his life, he can't raise his hand against them. You know, it's interesting. And then also, one other aspect I haven't really talked about is basically about, you know, Sanji pre- and post-time skip. Now, for those of you who don't know, in One Piece, you know, in a good ways into the series, 500 plus episodes, I'm not sure about the manga volumes, but, you know, the crew separates and they go off to train individually for 2 years. Because it's established at one point that they're not strong enough to take on some of the, you know, harshest, most powerful characters that they run across. Like, it's bad, and it's honestly awe-inspiring and scary. But there's not a lot of costume change for Sanji. From pre-time skip to post-time skip. In fact, the only major thing really that I've noticed is like he has a little goatee kind of going on. And I mean, really, like, sorry, I'm looking up at the picture, but really that's about it. I mean, he's also, you know, he's wearing his normal suit and stuff like that. But a bit more detail about it, you know, it's kind of like a pencil mustache, like really thin. Yeah, not a lot else. Oh, also, I would like to point out for the curly eyebrows that they curl inwardly. Again, I'll have a picture of him at the beginning or end of the video just so you can see what it looks like and have a better idea. But yeah, I mean, that's, you know, how I did Sanji. You know, I got those, you know, I got some nice dress clothing together for the normal Sanji, you know, black dress pants, black sports coat, you know, and then a dress shirt, and also in the picture up there, he's wearing a black tie. So, yeah. For the other thing, it was just based off of the pre-film Z little saga that they had during the series. There's also one other little costume thing that I've seen. I don't remember everything, but basically, Sanji's wearing I want to say dark blue shirt with like kind of dark green text that says "Gentle Cook" on the front. My buddy Ryan has it, and I'll post a picture of that as well, just so you guys can see it. But yeah, you know, it's just a little costume thing in case you're stuck and you still want to do the character. But you don't want to do something, you know, that's done a million times. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I can't really think of anything else to throw in here. So, if you have thoughts, opinions, comments, whatever, leave them in the comment section below. If you would like to suggest things for me, you know, hey, feel free to do that as well. And of course, you know, show me your own stuff. I'm curious to see what you've got. And yeah, if you're going to any conventions, you know, feel free to let me know. I'm unfortunately only based in Ohio right now. But yeah, you know, if you're going to some Ohio convention, let me know. Maybe I'll see you there. Maybe I can show you my stuff, you can show me yours, and it'll be a good, grand time. And yeah, that's about it. So until next time, guys, you know, have fun, stay safe, be creative, and yeah, stay enthusiastic about the cosplay.